Since I'm very disappointed about this, I decided to play the game that beats all odds, Roblox. I don't know, I just try to be different for once. In 2017, a Minecon happened, and during that Minecon, an interesting voting happened. And this vote is called the mob vote. And it really changed the game in its entirety, but later on it gone worse each time they do it. Now before this video begins, please hit that like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 2K, and it would be really appreciated if you can help out with that. Now then, let's begin. Now there are 4 mobs in this vote, which is the Barnacle, Phantom, Great Hunger, and Wildfire. Now Barnacle is a squid-like creature that sucks people into its tentacles. Yeah, it's really crazy, honestly. And then Phantom, you guys know what that is. We won't even explain it. Pretty much annoying ass mob, I guess. Then we have the Great Hunger, which is a silly little mob that sinks into the ground, camouflage, and eat mobs. They also have the ability to remove enchantments, which is awesome, brilliant. It was really good back in the day before Grindstone actually existed, so that was something. The next one, we have a Wildfire, which looks exactly like a blaze, but with shields instead, and they also can do like a shockwave attack. Pretty cool stuff. And of course, during the entire thing, I was actually kind of keeping up with it, but like didn't vote at all. Didn't even root for any mob. But then in the end, Phantom wins and everyone hated it. Now I'm not gonna be including the China edition because that happened next year. Yeah, we're not gonna add that one. We're gonna be adding the main ones, really. So yeah, let's continue. In 2020, there was another mob vote that happened during Minecraft Live. Now in this vote, there are 3 mobs, which is the Moobloom, Isolodger, and Glow Squid. Now the Moobloom is exactly like a mushroom, but instead they have flowers in their back instead. And they're also going to be adding a new flower, which is the Buttercup. And then Isolodgers, they hurl ice clouds against the player. And then Glow Squids, pretty much you know what that is. It's a retexture of a squid, which glows in the dark. Yeah, I guess. And of course, I was one of those who voted for Isolodger. Now during this entire thing, lots of content creators are picking their votes, and they aren't really forcing anyone to vote for anything. But then, here comes the man that actually ruined the mob vote. You guys know who did? Dream did. I hate him so much. Now this is what exactly Dream said. Vote Glow Squid, 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 vote Glow Squid. I can't keep up. Yeah, pretty much he ruined the mob vote and lots of people got mad. And he says the excuse of people actually live streamed their thing, which is not the exact reason. Literally, you have a 10 million subscriber fan base. Of course people would listen to you. But we could forget this ever existed and then move on with Minecraft Live 2021. Now in this one, I think is the best one in my opinion because all these mobs are actually great in their own way. Like for example, there are 3 mobs in this vote, the Glare, Alley, and Copper Golem. Now the Glare is pretty much like a mob that alerts you whenever you get to the darker parts in caves. Pretty cool stuff. And then the Alley, you know what that is, pretty much just a mob that you give an item to and then they'll scour around and find the exact item, which is also one of my favorite mobs in the game really now. It's really cool to have them. The next one we have the Copper Golem. Now the Copper Golem would be great news with Copper, but guess what, they weren't added in the game and now Copper is completely useless. Now who won the vote exactly? Allies. And I was involved in it. I literally picked Alley, and I had like an Alley profile picture too. I would bring that back. I would bring that back just to do this. Now of course people were arguing about how allies, like people were going against allies. Pretty much it was crazy shit going on. But then the next one we have the Minecraft Live 2022. Now I wasn't really focused into this except for the fact that I liked the Sniffer during this entire mob vote. But during this, there are 3 mobs, Sniffer, Rascal, and Tough Golem. Now the Sniffer is an ancient mob that pretty much spawns in caves and then they could be used to find ancient seeds to grow new types of plants, which then we just realized that we never see them in the game at all. And then we have the Rascal, which I barely know what it does, and then we have the Tough Golem, which looks like it's an armor stand but for clothing instead. I have no idea. But yeah, Sniffer won and lots of people were a bit crazed out about it. Now of course then we have the Minecraft Live 2023. This is the newest one. And I would safely say this is the worst mob vote ever. And you want to know the reason why? Well, if you guys noticed the pattern of, well, mob votes, really, all 3 of the mobs are like made up creatures, and guess what? They added real life creatures into this vote instead, which is completely the worst thing of all time. Let me give you the exact reason why. All 3 of the mobs, people actually want them to be added in the game. And you know what's making people furious? During the entire mob votes, right? All the other mobs weren't added in the game. Never added in the game, except for the wildfire, which appeared in dungeons. I don't even play that game anymore. But yeah, it really was terrible because the fact that they decided to do this route, and yeah, I suggest they should just end mob votes completely. Like, during the entire things, people were arguing against each other, making Minecraft has more of a negative fan base more than positive, and it really was terrible to see. Plus, they need to communicate with their fan base more. Really, they really need to do that, because they aren't really, like, they aren't listening to suggestions like for now, like right now, please stop the mob vote. This is so useless now. Just add all these mobs in, and that's it, really. I don't care about the other updates, just add these mobs in, they're fun. And yeah, it's taking place after a few days in here. And yeah, I really don't like where this is going, and I do hope that Minecraft change their mind and add all these mobs in. Really do. But yeah, that's everything I'm gonna say. Anyways, bye.